Recently, a wave of videos has flooded the internet, claiming that a massive creature, dubbed the Leviathan, has awakened. This visualization of the Earth's oceans highlights the scale of our ignorance. 80% of the ocean floor remains unmapped, and 95% is completely unexplored. That massive geographical and biological blind spot acts as a canvas for the human imagination. When we look into an endless, dark abyss, our brains tend to fill the void with our deepest fears. For centuries, people have been trying to prove those fears are real, pointing to blurry, grainy photographs that seem to capture prehistoric beasts breaking the water's surface. To figure out what is actually lurking in the deep, we have to isolate what is human invention and biological illusion from scientific reality. Many of these investigations start inland. In North America, one of the oldest recorded aquatic legends centers on the immense, isolating expanse of Lake Champlain. Since the 16th century, locals and explorers have reported sightings of a massive, serpent-like animal called champ navigating these waters. Across the continent in Canada, Okanagan Lake holds a remarkably similar legend. Residents have long reported seeing the Ogopogo, a long creature known for exposing massive humps above the water's surface. And hidden within the dense, highly remote river systems of the Congo Basin in Central Africa is the Mokele mbembe, an animal said to move quietly through the swamps. When you lay these geographically disconnected legends side by side, a distinct anatomical pattern emerges. They all share the exact physical profile of a sauropod, a dinosaur characterized by a massive body, a long neck, and a small head. These sightings consistently mirror the specific dinosaur reconstructions that became popular in 19th century museums. In the absence of any physical fossil record, the legend survives through a persistent human hope that the prehistoric world still exists in isolation. The search takes a different shape along coastal shores, where actual physical evidence washes up, in the form of massive, rotting carcasses that regularly get pulled from the surf. Discoveries like the Zuio Maru carcass in 1977 and the Altamaha remains found in 2018 consistently present the same striking features: a distinct, elongated neck and 4 large flippers. To an untrained observer, these decaying remains are a near-perfect anatomical match for a plesiosaur, an extinct marine reptile that died out 66 million years ago. Marine biologists, however, have definitively classified these monsters. They are the heavily decomposed remains of modern basking sharks. A basking shark's massive lower jaw and wide gills are vulnerable to rapid decay. Over time, those heavy sections completely detach and fall away, leaving only the upper spinal column. This remaining cartilage perfectly mimics a tiny head sitting atop a long neck. Marine biology shows that deep water decay consistently produces skeletal silhouettes that align with our expectations of prehistoric monsters. If lake monsters are born from folklore and terrifying sea serpents are the result of rotting sharks, we are left with a question: is the unexplored ocean actually devoid of wonders? To answer that, we have to look at the extreme, toxic environments of the deep sea floor. Along the hydrothermal vents in the South Pacific, the pitch-black water is filled with superheated, mineral-rich plumes. Here, in 2005, scientists discovered a creature that looks entirely alien, the Yeti crab. It is a blind, ghostly white crustacean covered in thick, hairy bristles. Because this hostile region is completely devoid of sunlight and normal food sources, the crab has developed a highly specialized survival mechanism. It uses the dense hair on its claws to physically farm symbiotic bacteria. By waving its arms in the toxic vent emissions, it cultivates these bacteria and then consumes them to survive. The 95% of the ocean that remains unexplored contains evolutionary paths that exceed the strangeness of our own mythology. The dark is inhabited by biological systems that function like nothing on the surface.